All right, the countdown is on for the Super Bowl, which you can watch right here on Fox 11. Xochitls Pena is here to give us her pick. Who's going to win, the Eagles or the Kansas City Chiefs?
Okay, well, I'm a Lions fan, first of all, but I don't ever have to worry about them being in the Super Bowl. But my money's on the Eagles.
You pretty much can relax when the playoffs roll around.
Yes.
Apologies to Detroit Lions fans. No, we want to talk about ways to conserve water. Obviously, a lot of people will be throwing Super Bowl parties. It's kind of a big deal, but even though you're going to be entertaining guests, there are certain things you can do to minimize your water usage while feeding and making sure that everybody has enough to drink.
Exactly. It's always good to remind people to save water, even when they're hosting a party. And one way they can do that is by using the refrigerator to defrost any frozen foods. I know people are tempted to run frozen foods under the faucet until it thaws out. That's very wasteful. Plan ahead and use your refrigerator to do it the night before.
Yeah, just throw that in the night before. You know the Super is going to be up on Sunday, so you can do it on Saturday, and it'll be thawed out by then. You also mentioned, obviously there are going to be a lot of people with just coolers full of beverages, and then at the end of the game, you've got this cooler full of melted ice and water. But don't just throw that out.
Exactly. Save it and use it on your indoor plants, use it on outdoor landscaping. If you have pets, refill your pet's water bowl. There are lots of uses for all that leftover water and ice. Don't waste it.
All right, that's a great tip. And you also said don't buy bottled water. It's wasteful in a couple of ways. One, you have great water coming out of your tap, highest quality water you can get.
Exactly, and it's more eco-friendly to use tap water. And if you want to, spruce it up a bit, try infused water by adding herbs and fruits to it. It tastes great, it looks good, it's more affordable and eco-friendly.
And it also cuts down on the plastic waste that we're going to generate over this coming weekend as well. I'm going to infuse some water with bourbon, and I think that's going to be...
That's another way of doing it.
I'll conserve water that way. Lots of good ways to save, even though it's super. And, a lot of people do a lot of entertaining, but it doesn't have to be so taxing on your water. And when you save water, you save on your water bill.
Exactly, and it's still important to remind people to save where they can. The parts of the state are still in extreme and moderate drought. Restrictions are still in place. People shouldn't be using their sprinklers during the day. It's always good to remind them of that.
That's right. No sprinkler use during daylight hours, only after sunset and before sunrise. And that is good for two reasons. One, it makes you use a little less water. It limits the amount of time you can water. But also, you lose a lot of water to evaporation when you water during the daylight hours.
Exactly. When you do it before sunrise, you give it time to soak in. So that helps.
All right. All of those are important tips. Even if you're not thinking about water conservation, you're thinking about the Super Bowl, you can still save water. Thanks, Xochitls.
Thank you.
We've got top headlines and the latest forecast all straight ahead. News Channel 3 continues right after this.